Okay. Wow. My boys, BossRoss and InTact. Now this is spicy
This
because
is the meme match.
they both they're both kind of meme lords. They had one, I think they were both 2-0 going into this week 3 match. So this was in our little Swiss series, the undefeated record on the line. I got my MSU shirt on, represent, absolutely. It's blue because at the student bookstore where I went to college, they had like it printed on a rainbow of shirts. You could pick whatever color you wanted. So anyway, BossRoss is getting mad coverage. I think collusion. I think that's one of the. No, I'm just playing. So anyway, fuck remake. I want a different position. Sorry, bitch boy. Okay, well, there you go. Right off the bat, BM. Man, but you know what? Keeping it spicy. Oh, I gotta change this up real quick here. Wow, what a game. You better not be stream sniping me. Oh, he was streaming this live. Yeah. Another, actually...
Maybe he was.
Yeah, he must have been. Another thing that you should do is go check out BossRoss TV. You can see him talking in the chat. He was another one of those who had like a different Twitch ID compared to what his like StarCraft name was. He used to be known as Waha V2. Now he's did the Twitch name change thing, which you can go through if you have an identity crisis, but...
InTact already being weird as hell. This Carlin in the corner, maybe he's just going to go for a normal opening, but try and fool BossRoss into thinking there's a proxy.
I was going to say, go follow him. Go check out BossRoss TV. Yeah, good Terran player. Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Well, BossRoss going for that wall off at the natural, which can be zealot proof if you place it right.
I also can't edge pan right now. I don't know why.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
Try minimizing and coming back.
Okay, we're good.
Sometimes.
Save myself. Right.
Good job.
Yeah, we're good. I was trying to pan.
Okay. The position BossRoss has placed this barracks will not be zealot proof, but luckily for him, I don't think InTact's going to be hard with zealots. I think he's just going to try and do like sort of a tech option or just a normal opening and try and hide it in this corner.
I mean,
because he hasn't proxied a gate.
Is this just to add a little bit of tilt for the scout information? You know what I mean? Like
I think that's what it is. But
some players, they'll come in with their worker and they'll get about here and they'll walk around and they'll be like, he must be proxying me, and then they don't go as deep as they need to.
Yeah, and then they go to look for the proxy or something.
Yeah, I think that this could actually be... I wonder... Because if InTact's in the chat, I want to know. Is this something that...
You know he's in the chat. He better be, right?
Yeah. That's why you need to count probes. Well, that's why you're a really good player.
I think the gas is probably a giveaway that it's not actually a proxy out on the map, because it's not like you're going to try and go for tech and proxy everything, including a first gateway. That would be really strange.
Okay, confirmation from InTact. I wanted to try and tilt him to see if proxy. Yep. So
okay, yeah.
Classic. We've got the tilt, man. We got the mind games. We got the psychology coming out.
BossRoss going for a factory first opening, actually. I think it makes a lot of sense
immediately
in this map,
after the racks, like no Marines, nothing else.
Yeah, like before command center is what I mean. So in this matchup, basically you can go command center off one barracks with no gas, or you go for the barracks, the factory immediately, or there's a lot of more aggressive stuff you can do to stay in one base as well, obviously. But he's going for the sort of the safe, less economical option of one factory expand, or at least as Hume is going to expand. Which I think makes a lot of sense on this map. Because of this reverse ramp, 2-gate Dragoon can just kill you if you're not careful.
Oh, can the probe get in? No, the bouncers say no. You're not on the list, little probe. Get home. Anyway, so does this signal FD possibility? Can you fill me in?
You can go FD off this for sure.
Okay.
He has made 2 Marines. We'll see if he keeps making more. That would really be the indicator. I'm not sure.
Right, because for anybody, again, I'm going to do my little noob spiel. So FD is a term for the fake double build, a fake double factory build, which actually attacks with a timing including Marines, maybe a couple SCVs, and Vulture tank, right? All at once. The Jukes?
Yeah.
He gets in with the Jukes. What? That's crazy. Anyway, the FT is really... he finally sees that it was... he sees. And the core is spinning.
He doesn't see what he really needs to see. Look at the top of the map.
That
core spinning isn't what he needs to see. He needs to see that as Citadel and the Doom's going
jeez.
down, we're going to see DTs very soon.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, BossRoss did not make the Zealot-proof wall, so
Oh,
I believe
man.
DTs can just come in here. We'll see if
Oh,
BossRoss can
God.
figure it out. He still has time.
So, can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
One time in the preparing for the playoffs last season, I was helping BossRoss practice. He had a TVP, I think against Vic, and I PVT'd him and I 2-0'd him in macro PVT games. And I don't even really play Protoss, so we're like, dude, you should just fucking cheese him. But what I knew that was really effective from PVTing BossRoss, this was still months ago, but still I did DTs against him, and BossRoss lost so many workers to my DTs. And we'll see what happens here. InTact is greasing them, laying on the grease thick, man. He's scraping under the deep fryer for this one. That's disgusting. Nice.
Okay, so bunker down. These goons aren't going to be able to do anything at all.
Yeah.
I still want to try.
Siege
Yeah,
mode
kick that
completed
back.
now. Yep. Siege
Templar
mode
Archives is
completed.
finishing though. He did start an eBay. So if he starts a turret as soon as that eBay is done, he's probably going to be fine actually.
Might InTact's building placement actually have triggered BossRoss's sort of more skeptical, cautious nature, right? Because
Yeah, maybe.
he was thrown off a
Even
little
though
bit.
he saw everything.
Sometimes I do things like throw down an Evo, and a Terran might throw down an NG Bay just to make sure. Do we have the first DT making? Or out yet? There's
yes,
two
we
making.
do. But BossRoss is throwing down a starport, so I think he's going to go for a drop. And on this map, you have that really dumb Lost Temple natural where you can put a tank up there.
Ah, right.
And also you could just drop in the main like a normal map as well. So I quite like
Yeah.
drops on this map.
Terrans
Unless
always
he thought
be
maybe it was going
dropping
to be
on that,
Reaver. Oh no, he lifted it. Maybe he's going for like a science vessel immediately because he knows it's DT. I don't know. I'm confused what he's doing with this starport now.
Yeah.
Mines are coming up, but still no turret started. He will have mines to fight back, but I don't think the DTs will be stopped at the front, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's our first greasy boys coming out. They are slippery and they are greasy, but they are dangerous for sure. Those warp
okay,
blades.
he just moved the starport, so he is going for a dropship, I think.
Okay, yeah, those side blades, 40 damage per swipe. Can definitely do it here. Does he have any scan? No scans yet, but there is a turret out front. So BossRoss should see it now. He should hear it now.
I think their tanks are too close. Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
they take both of those out.
Oh man, it's getting dicey
We've got to micro
already.
this perfectly. It's really hard to not just lose the vultures. To
And repair the
swipe.
turret. Hopefully, no. The turret goes down in one fell swoop. So this is suddenly getting disastrous for him.
Yeah, massive damage already. Getting those two tanks alone is really good.
Did they tank?
Oh, the mine! The mine!
Oh, but
no.
it dude, it friendly fired and didn't kill the DT. It killed like 4 SCVs, but it didn't
Yeah, it
actually
takes
kill
2 mines to
the
kill a
DT.
DT.
Oh, so he has a friendly fire casualty here. Mines are killing his
no.
own boys.
Getting
And now
ripped apart.
walking in with a goon as well, just falling apart. Holy. And then the 2 turret SCVs die. More mines. Okay. Another friendly
Well,
fire
if he can get
ish.
this DT, maybe he can sort of stabilize, albeit taking a lot of damage.
He's just hoping for that
Turret's
RNG right there. Okay.
Almost lost that vulture.
Almost. Okay.
Nice.
One DT goes down. And
Okay, he can hem this in with mines.
yeah, and he should. Yeah, he knows. He's totally aware. I think that there's another one right there,
Yeah, he should be able to see the blur.
and
I don't
another
think it's a
turret as
secret.
well at the natural. So that was a little bit of a stressful moment
Yeah,
there.
huge damage, honestly. BossRoss behind it though. He hasn't. Oh, not sorry. InTact behind it though hasn't really been continuing to build his army. So for now, he's still just sort of on par. I feel like. BossRoss has no tank count, so he's definitely opened up to more aggression with dragoons later. But
Yep.
for now, oh, no, in the
DT
main.
in the main. You're right. Swiping at that comm set. It's just gonna take a few more hits, right? Yeah, and
it's
there's
gonna
gonna
go
go down. So now
Well, it wasn't even
oh.
finished. That's not so bad, I guess. Oh no,
Oh.
the mines again! Oh my god, I'm glad that DT didn't trigger that mine. That would have been even worse.
Oh god.
So InTact has seen the dropship.
Dude,
So
it's
in
like
theory, he should
BossRoss
be able
hates
to
his own
counterplay.
SCVs. Like, you know, like
Yeah, I
why is he
know.
blowing up his own boys?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
He's trying to get them to work harder. They're motivated. If you don't work hard, you get blown up.
Yeah, that's stressful. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I think we're literally working amongst a minefield,
Dude,
Mr. Boss.
Dude, the SCV could file for a lot of lawsuits. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, he sees the dropship again, leaving his base. I'd be surprised if anything had happened with this dropship, because I feel like InTact should be able to move to intercept.
Yeah.
He's not reacting yet, though.
Do you think SCVs get a trickle down of all the minerals that they mine? Or does it just go straight
way.
to the boss?
No way. They get paid like an hourly rate.
Yeah.
But, you know, they have to work unpaid overtime.
Yeah,
Because
for
it's
sure.
like, if the SCV, like, stays late, the manager's like, why'd you stay late? What were you doing?
I had to repair the turret. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
He's dropping on the shelf.
DT killed Dave right next to me. Oh, these tanks are going to come in. Like, InTact did not move to intercept. He just sort of let this happen because he knew the dropship was coming.
Yeah.
So now he's set up on this location. Even with 5 Dragoons, it's really hard to get in there and take those out.
Oh god, they're just doing each other both so greasy, and this just.
Yeah.
I really feel like this is indicative of two players that have played against each other a lot, and now they're sort of in a more formalized setting, and they were both, you could tell, really wanting to pull out these kinds of maneuvers here, and so he's gonna try to hit this with the goons.
Or well,
1 or 2. It looks
I mean,
pretty
they get
good.
in there, they can trade, but the thing is, they don't have vision sees. They have to wait till the tanks fire, and then they only get 1 volley. Oh god.
Oh, and the
nice
storm
doesn't hit the back one though, but that's enough to make the difference, and this will be cleaned up.
Okay. Nice.
Denying a lot of mining time though.
Yeah, definitely.
And InTact is only just setting up his 3rd base now.
Definitely denying the mining pretty well here. Sorry, I realized I needed to just like sit up. I was like into the game down here. Yeah, that's that DT opening. I just feel like it's so InTact. It's so he's if there's anybody out there, I feel like who has like a good amount of aces up his sleeve. You know, he's like, I feel like he's like Ed Norton in Rounders or something. You know, have you seen that one?
No, I've not. Sorry.
Oh, it's a poker.
All these American things going over my head.
It's a poker movie with Matt Damon and.
Haven't seen it. No. So BossRoss is going for this double dip drop here, but InTact actually got a cannon in his main, I think, as a response to the fact that he got dropped at the natural. So I don't know how much these vultures are going to do. Ooh, especially if he doesn't unload them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was so close to dying.
I missed it because I was distracted by the chat in which Cronus raided me with a party of 3 raiders. What does that mean? Am I violated?
I don't know, but it sounds good. It sounds like he
cool.
bought 3 viewers with him.
Oh,
or
sweet.
Did he steal all your bits? Yeah, like he broke in.
I don't know. He's raiding me. Kind of like how these vultures are actually raiding in InTact's main right now.
Yeah, the probes did get away though, so I'm not sure. I guess it's annoying.
2 kills, 2 kills,
and denies
0
mining
kills.
as well.
Yeah, you might get some nice mine connections,
kills? That's not
but
bad,
no, the observer's there to help clean up. So. I think for the annoyance factor and for whatever kills they did get, I kind of like a move like this. You know, it's what are you really? Is this the time that you're actually going to mech push out? Like you have spare APM, you have spare production cycles. When do we expect BossRoss to kind of make his his oomph or at least preliminary steps out to the map? What do you think?
Well, I think when you take a lot of damage early game like that, unless the Protoss being super greedy, you just have to wait for max because no matter how bad your economic situation is, in theory you can still trade really well if you're maxed. He's taking that 3rd base as well, and once he gets that up, he'll be in even bases with InTact, which won't be bad at all.
InTact has yet
it's a difficult thing to say.
He's yet to resupply that natural gas, and I gotta wonder if that's something that he's just neglected to do, because he definitely has extra probes, and I don't see a reason why he wouldn't want to be getting gas out of that. So that was sort of a remnant of the harass, which is another thing I wanted to add a little bit about mines when he was mining up the main gateways and stuff. So a lot of times a harass can have these sort of latent effects, unintended effects, some APM as a resource. You get to sink your opponent's attention, just the attention of your opponent onto different things, and here we can kind of see that firsthand. InTact's yet to refill that gas, which he's got a lot of minerals though, and another gas at that Greece location.
He's going for a 4th base soon. Oh, the money scan. BossRoss scans as the probe is about to start the Nexus.
Oh, really?
But he hasn't positioned to defend this 3rd base of his very well. These Dragoons can sort of come in here and start hitting this Nexus because the tanks are too far back.
Tanks are too far back. They're playing it cautious with a lot of turrets down here, awaiting some DTs. A little too cautious because this base is going to get denied for free. And what other tech is he rolling out with? It looks like InTact's preferring that upgraded Goon Zealot High Templar army.
He's gone for the Storms, and the thing is, against Storms, Terran is definitely better off in a maxed engagement, because
Yeah.
I feel like Protoss really needs the higher tier tech, like the Arbiters or sometimes the Carriers, take it to
Yeah.
a totally different dynamic. Oh god, he's running into all the
This
mines!
is a minefield and a half. Loses about 4 zealots there in the first mine connection, and the next observer goes down to pick up the turret. So he doesn't have an obs anymore to help with these mines, but he gets a couple storms
That's
off on the
6
tanks.
storms.
6 storms on the tanks. Another one taking that other tank out there. Oh, the tank stays alive actually. Zealots kind of regroup in the back. InTact says, I gotta regroup. I gotta move back. But another flood of zealots comes in. He's now a little bit zealot heavy. Not as much goons in this composition here. BossRoss resetting, putting up some mines. Did you see those storms?
Yeah, they were pretty sick.
6 storms actually on that group of tanks. Well played by InTact, but I don't think he's quite got the gusto here.
Well, I think
to
taking out
carry
those
it.
tanks was not a bad deal, because he's setting up his 4th base and he's delayed BossRoss on this 3rd base for a while. So I think that kind of trade is definitely something you can afford to make. And what I was saying before that engagement started is, if you only have storms, against a max Terran army, it's very difficult, compared to if you have Arbiters.
Right.
Oh, nice mind track there.
I saw that.
So I feel like that's definitely the kind of fight InTact wants to do. He wants smaller scale engagements. And
Yep.
this is a pretty small scale engagement for BossRoss. He's only got 3 tanks down here.
Yeah, he does not have enough. He's kind of like learned his lesson. He wanted to put tanks a little bit more forward, but that's coming out to kind of like
Yeah,
bite
not
him in the
enough
ass
mines
right
down there,
now.
unfortunately.
Not enough here to make InTact think twice about possible trades. A lot of
think he
tanks
will
coming
hold
from the
this
back.
location.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, those unsieged tanks will shred those zealots fairly quickly.
Oh god, Rem in the chat. What's up, boys? So much tomorrow for the show match. Ross,
think,
give me some tips to beat ChessZ. I'll do that for you. Just drop me. That's that's how I lose to BossRoss like every time. I just get dropped and yeah, exactly. Yeah, he
I
called
think
it.
that was another okay sort of trade for InTact, because he's picking off tank count and he's keeping even supply, and I think it's better for Protoss the lower supply we're at.
Yeah.
Look, Ross gonna go for a double drop, try and get even. Maybe he's gonna try and snipe that 12 o'clock.
Yeah, this is, you know, in Home Alone where like the wet bandits leave the faucet on as their calling card.
Yeah.
This is BossRoss's faucet running. He always loads up double drops and he's like, okay, I'll just kind of move these drop this out here. God, I lose to this all the time. Oh, but the observer sees it at the perfect crossing. Oh,
But he has nothing. He sees it, but what can he do? It's gonna take
Yeah.
a while for Dragoons to get here.
I think
I still feel like this drop can do a lot of damage.
it's totally can do a lot of damage. I think that, you know, it's unlikely BossRoss was actually having his camera on that dropship at the moment to see the blur going across, but this
Ooh,
siege up here
sieging up.
is
he
gonna
could
be
take out this
killer.
Nexus, I think.
He's
The
got
Vulture
+1
did
attack.
a huge amount of shield damage already to it. If he focuses his Nexus, I don't think his Dragoons can get here in time.
Yeah.
He's not focusing the Nexus, though. He's spending 3 shots on that one probe
Oh,
right now.
and yeah, the pylons taking shots as well as the
no,
Nexus. Oh god.
They're going to focus these Zealots. If he doesn't do it intentionally, then I think these Zealots are going to distract him and the Nexus will stay alive. He
Yeah.
can get it with just 2 volleys right now.
The Nexus is on fire. Oh, he's
Oh.
picking up and going home.
What a shame. He still could have had it there at the cost of those tanks. But I guess preserving the 3 tanks is pretty good. And you know what? For 1 tank, he killed an awful lot of probes. Made this
Yep.
army run over here. It's doing all right. Oh, the intercept though.
The
InTact,
intercept.
going for it.
Nice one.
Ooh.
He's kind of moving those
No, they're gonna
goons.
make it.
That goon in front.
Oh.
Oh, gets off one of the dropships. One stays alive. Maybe this is the moment that InTact pans his camera back over here and realizes that he hasn't put guys back on the gas yet. He pulls all his boys away, and another
Well,
sea tank up there.
Yeah, he realizes it now. That's for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish BossRoss would put that tank a bit further back, so it's really hard for Dragoons to get in there.
Yeah, something
'Cause
like
if you put
right
it really
here.
back, only like 1 or 2 Dragoons can get range. Still getting nice pot shots right now, though.
Some good pot shots, and we are developing into a pretty nice macro PVT, wouldn't you say? Like, InTact holds his base
Yeah.
up in the 12. BossRoss
this
is now
Vulture
established in the
harass
mineral third.
Over
Good.
at this 9 o'clock base.
This
He's not
forward
targeting
base.
probes, but he could kill all of these very easily.
Sometimes it's a little bit risky to try to take this forward base against highly
Ooh.
mobile units out
I
of
don't
the
know about
map.
these vultures going in here though. They're just going to get picked off.
These vultures just running in like sup.
Oh my god, he's just going for it. This is a super aggressive move. And he's throwing away those vultures, so these tanks are in huge danger right now. These zealots could just collapse on this at any time.
Yeah, for sure. We're about to see. It looks like InTact is kind of managing his army a little bit here. Gonna make his maneuver here.
Oh,
Look
there's
out
so
for the
many
storms.
that could go down.
Look out for the storms. There's a sick one. Another sick one. Storm Moo. Jangbi. Flashes of Jangbi storms. Fantastic storming. Another really good one. Well played by InTact.
You had to say it, didn't you, Chess? You said, oh, here's this nice macro PVT, and then
Yeah,
all the tanks just
here we
explode.
go.
And I don't know where BossRoss can go from here. I feel like InTact can just deny both his third and fourth now.
Yeah, for sure. That was wow. That was exciting. It looked like those Vultures were just on like a move or an A move up the ramp, and then just kind of hung out there.
If he used the 4 Vultures he had and just picked off the probes at that 9, then run away, it would have been a perfectly good move. But yeah, he committed everything and just like stuck his neck out too far, unfortunately. Well, big mine hits though. Damn.
Nice mine hits. A lot of goo on the field already. It's like the first blood. It's like the first arrow that hit that orc outside of Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Finally, a movie that made it all.
Just start like stamping their feet.
A movie that made it all the way to Australia. Finally.
Hey, it was made in New Zealand, so it's not very far to go.
That's you know what?
Now BossRoss is out of position. He can't hold this mineral only.
Touche. Yeah, this looks starting to sort of pile on top of itself.
Rip command center.
Rip the command center. And InTact has made the right kinds of moves and the right. He's in the broad strokes of the game. He's done the right things. You know what I mean?
Well, back to your Helm's Deep analogy. It's like BossRoss is fighting the Battle of Helm's Deep right now, but like the elves never showed up.
No Gandalf on the way.
Yeah, that's right.
He's looking to the north and he just sees Protoss bases and cannons instead of a white horse. Woo! Got him. Neb, you knew casting with me that the lore is going to run deep, right? I always do the references. Yeah.
Of course.
I miss Zookeeper though. Oh my god.
These 4 Vultures at the 12, they could kill a lot of probes again. I feel like BossRoss moves his Vultures to harass, then he just doesn't execute the harass when there's like a huge opportunity. I'm trying to think of another Helm's Deep analogy here. Yeah, like he's put the explosives underneath the wall, but the guy with the torch is just like, what? It's not my job.
Yeah.
How's that
they were waiting so long for the orcs they fell asleep? I don't know.
Look, this drop actually arrived. I guess that's the guy with the torch.
Can he kill this Nexus?
Hey, if he puts down a bunch of mines into this ramp, this could be so annoying.
Yeah.
He's still not focusing the Nexus, though. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't want to pick up that cannon, but I really want him to put the mines down.
Oh, that's the one siege tank. That's like...
Here's the mines.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so this is going to be really kind of annoying here if he continues to mine up. How many more does he have?
Oh, brutal.
That was a pretty good connection.
No problem.
Definitely a good connection on the mines.
Dude, that Nexus is on 8 HP. Why are you unsieging? Please kill him. Please, BossRoss. Oh my god,
the vulture sniped it. Nice. Oh man.
InTact's whole army's coming over to deal with this. I guess BossRoss bought himself some time, but he needs to take another base.
Yeah. That's kind of the philosophy you often hear in PvT. Like, you just need to mass expand because it's easier for you to set up bases and and grow your infrastructure.
One probe just builds 8 cannons at once. What is this?
Right. And Terran has such a hard time sort of exterminating that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel for Terran.
so much to get to a high ground base.
It feels like in all your matchups, you're kind of like doing both of that, just trying to squash and exterminate as much as you can. So
this 3 o'clock is in real trouble right now. I don't think BossRoss is gonna be able to save it.
Yeah.
But maybe he can go for the counter push. I don't know. If BossRoss loses this base and counter pushes, I feel like he has to get a lot done with that army.
Yeah.
InTact being indecisive. Looks like he's going to go for the engage, but I like BossRoss's army position quite
actually,
right now.
he's got a lot
now
of...
I don't. He's moving forward a bit too far.
Oh, a little far siege up. You need a siege.
Nice dodge, though.
Okay.
Well, if all those vultures come over here, I don't know. I feel like BossRoss's army can take this.
Yeah, I think you might... but those storms right when he hits the siege button. Very well microed by InTact. And now suddenly the tank count is like reduced to almost nil.
Yeah. And that 3 o'clock still going down.
3-3 now for our toss versus only 1-2 on the Terran, and the 3 o'clock as well, as you mentioned, denied. So this is now kind of I feel for Terrans. I really
Well, I'm glad, because this is what my games look like too. Everything's just exploding.
Yeah, I feel for Terrans because it seems like a lot of times in this matchup you're just like one bad siege or unsiege away from losing it all, you know.
And well, that's been the story of both engagements in this game. Like, his tanks were sort of too far in. He like ran them in instead of like sitting back and sieging and sort of zoning with vultures and mines, which is what you want to do.
Okay, we've got a good concave kind of established here, sort of. Nope.
Well, these are only Dragoons. There's Zealots in the back, but if the Dragoons come in first, they are just going to get crushed by these tanks.
Yeah, he needs to kind of...
BossRoss not giving up. He's not giving up. He's going for the 6 o'clock again. Getting a mineral only up.
You just have to think, though, like... at some point, like, a base has become expendable a little bit. Like, all this army for Toss is positioned out here to protect the forward base, but he's established at the natural 1 o'clock as well.
Yeah.
He could do other things, a shuttle moving actually through the right. This could kind of be a little bit of a dagger for InTact. If he gets a nice storm drop off, well, there's a few turrets protecting. I don't know.
But see, there's nothing mining in there. What I'm worried about is the only base he is mining from, and that has no turrets. He just needs to drop those zealots to absorb tank shots, and there's nothing stopping him from storming all those SCVs. Oh, he's coming. The dropship!
They sort of crisscross.
They, like,
Dropship crisscross. He drops the zealots first. There's a couple zealots down.
Executing it perfectly so far.
Storm move! He tries to stack, and it's no good.
He's gonna find turrets here, though.
Oh, he's got to drop.
Get out!
Oh, you
get
gotta
out.
drop.
Okay, he
dropped one more.
He gets both out.
Another good storm there.
Okay, so we got half the SCVs. Still totally worth it.
That dropship crisscross, it's crossed now the other way to the 1 o'clock, harassing InTact's natural.
BossRoss relentlessly abusing these high grounds, and he has got up his new 4th, and he's making another command center. If he can sort of cut horizontally across the map and hold that position, he can mine this other gas base, and he'll be in an okay position.
I get the feeling, InTact's growing impatient. This could be it. He's got a lot of gateway and the right kinds of structure. The zealots in the front, fantastic storming, really good storm splitting by InTact here. He's got a bunch of more High Templars with energy in the back, and I don't see the reinforcements for BossRoss, and this is sort of the linchpin of his economy right now. He has a hold of space. All storms are so good over there.
He does have to be lonely now, but he's losing these tanks, which is a big deal. Oh, they're just wading right in. Yeah.
That's the moment I really feel it. I think that's.
Well, if InTact doesn't finish him off immediately, he can still come back, because that CC's still alive, and InTact retreated for some reason from that location. So all that InTact killed was army there. Yes, he killed a lot of army, and that's not bad, but he did not hurt the economy. It looks like he's going to come in here for the killing blow.
Yeah, he's just making this, his hood now.
Yeah, true.
Just clearing out the
two
mines.
command centers going to go down.
The 2 command centers. So that's rough. It's going to take a lot more units than this. 4 Archons now morphed off of those
oh boy,
min storms.
And no science vessels. Have we seen any science vessels this whole game?
I haven't seen a vessel, no.
No, shame.
I haven't seen one. Shame. Another fantastic storm. Wow. Actually, that was pretty dope. The easy after BossRoss leaves the game. The secret BM. Secret BM.
He that one for the stream. Oh my god.
The secret BM. Wow, was BossRoss even aware of that?
And in the manor.
Oh. Now that's extra greasy. That's asking the fry cook for the well done.
Holy crap.
What a rat. Wow.
Wow. Well, BossRoss was trying to survive that whole game, I feel like. After that first big engagement in the center, and maybe even after the DTs, he was playing a bit from behind and sort of hanging on.
They say that actually, I don't know did BossRoss not know? He says, no, I never saw that. Really? Wow, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Okay. What a game. That was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
That was a good one. I mean, maybe you can expand on the idea of the High Templar in PvT, really, because I feel like I've seen it also go spectacularly wrong. Storms stacked the wrong way or missed storms. Yeah. Like would you say it's like a high risk, high reward kind of tech choice in the mid game?
Well, no. What I want to say
is it really high risk?
It's like a shortcut. It's like you can get storms way quicker than you get arbiters with energy, and obviously it's a lot less committing than carriers as well. But it is just not as good at the end of the day, because if Terran's set up well, it's very hard to get the High Templars in there. You can try and drop them, but if Terran's got a few Goliaths and diligently targets it, there's nothing you can really do. And as well, if he gets EMPs, like the way InTact was playing, he could have had EMPs while InTact only had High Templars. And obviously, if High Templars have no energy, they don't do anything.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta hand it to InTact. I was pretty impressed with those storms. I don't know. As a Zerg, they were pretty good. I get this feeling like InTact is really riding high going into Fighting Spirit on this one. So
well, hell yeah,
fantastic.
He won, right? So
wow, Must Die is hosting my stream for 64 viewers.
Damn,
who is that? Hey, thank you.
70 viewers now.
Must Die. Thank you, man. Hey, appreciate that. For anybody just tuning in, my name is ChessZ. You're watching live Amateur Brood War. This is called the CPL, the Coach Pupil League. We are in a preseason of our season 3, overshadowing the one viewer host from Endymion. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. I gotta say, I don't recognize you, but I really appreciate that. So let's back to the game because we've got some chat going on. He says, "Are you heated at all? You heated?" Oh, must die as Lancer. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hey, thanks for that. That's cool. Ooh, BossRoss says he's actually pretty happy with that one. Okay.
Well, like I said, he held on for a long time.
Do you think
I
that's
feel like
sincere?
He did a good job of playing from behind.
Do you think it's sincere?
Like, effective on the whole.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's that sincere because I might say I'm the kind of guy that might do that, but I might say that, but inside I kind of be stewing a little bit like that fucker. He greased those. Where do those DTs come from? And then to start it all off,
no matter how, I'm always stewing. It doesn't matter if they played like the most honorable macro game ever. I'm still stewing.
No, and he from the start with hiding the tech in the back corner, right? To tilt him to make him think that. To make him think that he was proxying. So like it just when those little things, I almost want to call them microaggressions. When those things, when those things go against you, it kind of impacts some of the decision making that you might make. Otherwise, it makes you a little bit more hasty. I don't know. We have to see kind of how it plays out. Rax Gas so far.
Chose Fighting Spirit. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go for Fact Expand again. I expect. I mean, it could still be a 2-fac or anything, but I think he's just going to play normal, especially since he chose Fighting Spirit. And against a player like InTact, I think it makes a lot of sense because, as you're saying, he's doing these microaggressions. He plays sneaky, so I think Fighting Spirit's a good choice.
Yeah, for sure. The boss of the Ross, the Mr. Pizza Man, he knows how to play this map for sure. I've got another
Rock
alert
says
here.
Update score. Update the score.
Update the
InTact that
score.
point.
Gotta give him the point. Okay. Here. Oh, whoops. 0-1. There we go. Yeah, that's BossRoss is pretty good at this map. I think at this point this map is almost a little passé. Like everybody's pretty good at this map, and oh man, we've got another hidden pylon.
He has no chill. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Wow.
Have fun playing your macro game, nerd. I'm gonna build DTs over here.
Yeah. When you forget your speed and dude. No, dude. First of all, it's not an all-in. It's just a timing. Oh, god damn.
I don't know it's DT's, Rock, but I just think it's probably going to be. Okay, yeah, see, Rock, no. I have 100 IQ, and wait, no, that's average, isn't it? Well, I'll confess to that. I have 100 IQ, and I just read his mind. I know exactly what he's doing. Rock was saying, how do I know it's DT's?
Yeah.
Thing is, if he was proxying Reaver, Rock, he would put it at probably the 12 o'clock so he can fly in closer.
Yeah, faster proxy. Yeah. Ooh.
It doesn't really make sense to proxy it so far away. You might as well just make it in your main at that point.
Marine Bouncers with some stutter step there, denying InTact the full scout.
Oh my god, there's
here.
an SCV coming in here. No way he checks this.
No way.
No
way. He's just scouting.
Oh. No, okay.
Oh, little does he know. Little does he know.
He's making a few more Marines this time. I'll see if he wants to do like an FD push-up before he starts command set. It looks like what he's going to go for.
Do you usually make like four Marines? For the FD?
Well, you can make pretty much any number, really. It depends how strong you want your FD to be. Like, a common number is 6.
Okay.
The thing is, it's like a spectrum of things. The less Marines you make, the sort of more risky it is, I guess. And the more Marines you make, the stronger it is. But, like, a common number to have is 6.
Okay, gotcha. Because usually in, like, a factory-style non-FD, you make, like, 2 to 4? Is that about right?
I only make 1 myself.
You only make 1?
Yeah, 2 is probably safer. Yeah, I only make 1 because they always wall off.
Okay.
Anyway, that's just me.
That's just Neblime. Hey, listen, anybody out there looking for some scouting intel, just so you know, Neblime only ever makes 1. So you should proxy 2-gate him.
Try and beat me anyway, I dare you. Oh, that SCV got stuck. Could have been huge if he got in and saw what's going on. I mean, you might just think it's True Gate Dragoon, though, seeing those 2 gates, so I don't know how much we would have been able to guess. So the thing is, he's going Siege first anyway. I thought he might go FD with his extra Marines, but he's not. It's a shame because that would have been really good if he was able to get mines up. He would have been safe with his DTs, but unfortunately, it's going the same way as last game. He's getting that eBay again. We'll see if he puts down the turrets on time.
And last game, he had a lot of friendly fire connections with the mines that must be weighing on him a little bit. I think as soon as he As soon as he sees that DTs and knows he's tasked with the exact same micro scenario that last time burned him so badly, I would be a little bit nervous once I hear that swipe or see that that ghostly, cloaky flash on the map. So
no. First thing you hear is like your units are under attack.
Right.
Look at your base, no SCVs left.
Unless it's actually an SCV, and then you don't hear it because Brood War is bullshit. Why don't you hear a sound?
SCVs have enough health. Terran's OP. You
hear it. Wait,
So,
hold
take
on.
that,
Well,
Zerg.
Skirt, what? For real? You hear
He does
it?
40 damage, SCV has 60 health. So no turrets coming up. Oh man, he's got his units in such a forward position. Okay, there's the turret, but it's not going to be done in time. No way.
Wow, just not drones. That's some bullshit. I don't even care about this game anymore.
Probes as well.
Fucking
Probes as well. Come on, Protoss
Tasagi.
can screw themselves over. So BossRoss knows he throws down the turret in the main pretty quickly.
Okay.
Oh, but I don't know. Is he blocking with his SCV on purpose?
I don't know.
I think he is. That was pretty sick.
Dude,
Oh, he
okay.
doesn't want to lose these tanks though.
He's got to get in here, and this is a moment where InTact's got to
one
focus
turret's gonna
down the
finish.
building.
One finishes. He needs to fight with these SCVs or else repair the turret.
I'm gonna
my
repair that
God.
one down. Get it
BossRoss,
down. Oh no! He's got to finish the other turret while InTact is trying to micro and kill both
He's
of these
trying to build two
building
at once.
SCVs at once.
Oh.
The two at once conundrum here. Another turret goes down. It's so painful right now. But another turret finishes. Another turret goes down. He's just like killing them as soon as they come up. And now
The tanks got off like one shot before the turret went down.
no! Oh god! Oh, it's just a
If he just takes out these
disaster.
tanks, then I mean, InTact can just send some dragoons honestly and finish this off. I think.
Yeah, he's continuing to do damage. This is really like a true hemorrhaging here.
One more tank shot comes out. Oh.
Oh my gosh, he's just building turrets left and right. Think about the minerals and how
he's
many
gonna finish
how
this
many
one.
cancels did he really get? I don't know.
He
That's
needs
a
to be careful
bummer.
with his tank. He doesn't have any other units. He's not making more either, so he cannot lose this tank. Oh my gosh, BossRoss.
Ah!
Well, there is another turret, so I feel like this is not actually that bad. He takes one out. He's going for the other turret.
InTact should be microing, right? Is he?
Oh, the tank.
Uh,
Oh my god, he takes it out. I can't believe this.
very well played. Well, I mean, that moment, well played by BossRoss. Overall, I feel for him because we literally see shambles of all these turret attempts in his main base, and those DTs. If I watched, I almost feel. I wonder if BossRoss might have even, if he had watched a replay between these games, could he have been more suspect to it? Because sometimes you get proxied or hidden tech, and you're like, oh, I guess I just missed it. Where was
the
it?
build he's doing is like a very safe sort of siege expand where you get the eBay immediately expecting something like this, but unfortunately he didn't throw down his turrets at like the exact moment his eBay was finished, and you really have to, because if it's this fast DT build they will get in. Yeah, I feel like InTact made a bit of a blunder there. If he just rallied the dragoons he was making, he would have had 4 dragoons at the natural at the time the DT died, and there was only 1 tank and 1 vulture popping out.
My camera was a bit focused on the main end. I didn't get to actually see what was really like protecting the front, but I can't
There was an empty
imagine.
bunker and that's it.
Yeah.
It was empty at the time.
Oh, so a little bit of one of those, like some stress, Another. We talked about this. We talked about the series play having a psychological advantage, but also I've noticed sometimes nerves impact me a little bit, and things where I would have cleaned them up like easy peasy, remembered my ling speed, etc. For some reason in official matches, you just are a little bit more wobbly, a little bit more prone to the yips or whatever. So
well. In that regard, I want to say BossRoss has been very resilient, because when this happens to me, even like on ladder, I just freak out and everything goes off the rails. But he's keeping it together really well for a guy who like had to build like 10 turrets.
Yeah, and you can see he's kind of like on the hunt a little bit, putting mines at other bases, using his vultures for the information.
It's going to pay off because I think InTact's going to go for this top right base.
Oh, you think? Like just
There's
sort
a
of
probe on the way.
set up another corner here? Ooh. Mine?
Yeah, I think if this probe comes up, he's just going to pick it off.
Mine?
He'd have to be kicking himself.
Oh.
He doesn't need a mine. He just killed the probe. That vulture has no mines, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
InTact's like, okay, all right, I'm going. Thanks. See you later.
Yep. Skirt.
BossRoss like, no, stay for coffee. Come back.
Oh, we'll have a good time. We'll catch up. Hey, no, where are you going?
Okay, so we actually have 2 base carrier going down.
Wait, what?
InTact.
Oh, what? Where's the fleet beacon? What? Oh, it's over.
In the corner.
Top tier observing, by the way.
So, thank you. BossRoss needs to figure this out. Against carriers, if you don't know it's coming for too long, Protoss just gets a huge advantage, and what you want to do is like get out on the map as soon as you can, because your army will be stronger than Protoss's ground army fairly quickly.
Yeah,
and I feel like he could take a third fairly easily. He is starting a command center though.
And then as soon as you're aware, obviously switch Goliath and get some Goliath upgrades. And yeah, this is, I've heard from Protoss that so if you have a magic number about 3 to 4 carriers for the switch when you're trying to surprise the Terran, combine that with Gateway, and that's kind of like the optimal reveal number for your tech. They're going to do a lot of damage then. Do you agree? About 3 or 4 carriers?
I don't know. I think if the Terran's not actually pressuring you, you want to wait as long as you possibly can until he actually scans it and finds it or whatever.
Maybe it's more like late game.
Fool the Terran into not making Goliath for as long as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the logic behind that, but that's like if your Terran's like doing all the right thing and he realizes your army is weak, he's pushing you. Yeah, you want to like reveal it fairly quickly. But if you keep it secret for longer and longer, if like 8 carriers come out, they will just delete your army pretty quickly.
Jeez, this. I'm growing a little concerned. He's already finished the interceptor capacity upgrade. Is that right? It's capacity, right?
Yeah.
Plus 8
interceptor capacity. It starts at 4, it adds 4, so you get 8 total.
So could be seeing something potent here. Meanwhile, the expansion for InTact at the 6.
Yeah.
Taking this under relative ease.
Finishing his 3rd CC, so keeping up in that regard. I gotta say, I don't like how InTact is not actually making like a vulture wall here. He's not using these forges to wall. I gotta criticize that because it leaves this base open.
Ah, I see. So there is a vulture tight wall that you can construct here.
To be honest, it's not hard to make a vulture tight wall. They are pretty big.
Yeah, actually.
Any Protoss building.
Actually, I know that too. As a
block vultures, like yeah, they're not small.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
he
lifted his CC.
Oh, jeez.
I do that every time.
Yeah.
Wow, this one zealot sprinting in
if you open
to deny that CC.
If you open Brood War chart and like look at the moment of your income when you lift something like that, it's just like pshoo, just crashes straight down.
Exactly that.
Okay, InTact. In the right place at the right time. This zealot here.
Yeah, that zealot only just got here. It wasn't staying there for minutes or anything.
Nice. And that's just the kind of thing that like just tilts me a little bit, you know. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make my way back. I'm gonna expand. I'm gonna blah blah blah. And then you know that your opponent knows everything about what you're doing. It just kind of is a little bit of a demoralizer. But what's really going to be demoralizing is these carriers coming out here.
Yeah, not a single Goliath made yet. And he's still only 4 factories. I feel he needs to pump up those factories pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I think it was very risky to move that CC over anyway, because he had literally no intel on that location, or he didn't know where Protoss' army was on the map. So if they're like a bunch of dragoons hiding there, they could have done a lot of damage with the CC if he's not careful. Okay, now InTact's setting up a wall on one side at least. So
but vultures are sneaking in through the main right now. Could this be the thing that reveals the carriers?
Nice
actually,
is that blocked? No, it's not blocked. Oh,
it's not blocked. Oh,
the
gotta hide some stuff. Is he gonna move those vultures just a
little
little bit further north to see? Is he not gonna see?
He might still.
Oh, I'm on BossRoss vision. I'm on the BossRoss vision, and he still doesn't quite know.
The Ross cam.
Oh my gosh, you're just outside of the
This is doing a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, this is, even if he doesn't find it, that's a lot of damage. I quite like
man,
it.
rip the boys right now.
InTact's putting on an act. He's trying to pretend like, oh no, I lost probes, I'm in a bad spot. But little does BossRoss know.
And he has no... Well, did the mine see them?
They probably were on his screen, but he probably wasn't looking because he hasn't reacted in any way. Still no Goliaths coming down. He has double armoring, which is what you want against carriers.
Okay.
But, one armory is in a very easy to pick off location.
Yeah, I was so in tune to what was going on in InTact's main.
Yeah.
Maybe if those vultures would see it, but you're absolutely right that this is a scary thing.
Well, he's going to see
now.
it here. If he sees
now,
map,
he totally should
I
see it
expect
now.
he'll probably notice this.
Yeah, this I expect. He's upgrading Goliath missiles. Yep. So
yeah, instantly he's going. He needs to make a lot of turrets right now, though. These 6 carriers are going to come in, and there's literally no anti-air except a couple of Marines in a bunker.
Like a ring around the natural, you think? Like
2 rings, 3
2
rings,
many rings.
You've got to buy a lot of time.
1 ring, at least, to rule the carriers. This is... oh, God. So many interceptors.
That's what you were saying.
Nice. Thanks. Oh, God. And he's kind of, like, utilizing that leash range really well. Focusing on particular targets here, and God, if this isn't just classic StarCraft, your opponent went carriers and caught you off guard, and you're
you're sitting on your bases trying to like build some cool units, and your opponent just shows up with a bunch of carriers and kills you.
Yeah. Well, what do you do? Does he attack? Does he?
No, he's a dead duck.
It's just like, oh, this sucks. Okay, the first couple Goliaths. Yeah. This is a bummer. And the gateway meets BossRoss' standing army out in the middle of the map, unsieged. And
he's not sieged up, yeah.
Yeah, does he have a storm as well in the bank? Another storm in the bank. So
very promptly research storm, which is super good against the massive Goliaths. Not that he needs it for that though. So yeah, that's it for BossRoss, I think.
Yeah, bummer. Sitting on top of the production, kind of like Mutas, can just end a game. These carriers are just ending the game. There it is. G to the G. Any post-game chatter from InTact? No, no post-game on that.
Luckily for us. Damn.
Oh, man.
InTact showing us his boss, getting the 2-0.
Wow. Good shit, man. That was a fun one, though. That was fun.